late 1970s, the Shar Pei was considered to be the rarest dog breed in the world. The dog originates from southern China. The Chinese describe the Shar Pei as having a grandmother's face, a big skull like a melon, ears like shells, the neck of a hippo, the back of a horse, and legs like a dragon. History and origin of the Shar Pei. Around 2,000 years ago, the dog was used as a herding and guard dog by Chinese farmers and fishermen. It would also hunt rats, small game, and even bears. When the British occupied China at the end of the 18th century, to demonstrate their power and superiority, they would let British dogs they had brought with them fight against Shar Peis. Therefore, the breed earned the name Chinese fighting dog. With the rise of communism, the number of Shar Peis began to decline. They were thought of as useless dogs that would eat too much, while taxes rose so high that owning them was no longer possible for many people. Consequently, by the 1950s, Shar Peis almost became extinct. But in the early 1970s, a Chinese breeder named Matt Golo asked an American trade journal for support in his fight to preserve the breed. Having gained their support, he sent the first and possibly last specimens of Shar Pei from China to the USA, where the dogs began to be bred again. Appearance of the Shar Pei. According to the FCI, the dog's height at the withers should be between 44 to 51 centimeters, with a weight, which is not fixed, of between 18 to 30 kilos, depending on the sex. Their life expectancy is around 9 to 11 years. The dog's fur is short and hard and with no undercoat. Except for white, a Shar Pei may have any solid color with a darker shade along the back and on the ears. Shar Peis typically have skin flaps on their heads, on the base of their tails and on their withers. They also have tiny ears and a blue to blue-black tongue, gums and palate. The dog's curled tail is carried over its back or on the side. The dogs begin to wrinkle between their 2nd and 16th week of life and grow into their wrinkles. In adult Shar Peis, excessive wrinkling is undesirable. Wrinkles should appear only around the head and shoulder areas. Temperament and training of the Shar Pei. As typical Molossians, Shar Peis are calm, intelligent and very self-confident, which can sometimes mean they are difficult to train. The dogs are peaceful and affectionate and always want to be close to their owner. They are ideal family dogs because they are also very good around children. Shar Peis make excellent watchdogs and are rather reserved around strangers. Sometimes they will try to dominate other dogs. Exercise and care of the Shar Pei. Because of their very large bodies, the dogs need only a moderate amount of exercise. However, they are not suited to taking part in dog sports. They are most happy when just simply sniffing around and exploring their area. When the breeding program began again in the USA at the end of the 1970s, because there were only a few Shar Peis available, it led to a certain amount of inbreeding. Even today, the breed's gene pool is still quite small, which can lead to some genetically inherited diseases. For example, Shar Peis are prone to heart, respiratory and skin diseases. Almost a quarter of all Shar Peis suffer from fever attacks and joint inflammation, also known as Shar Pei fever. The dog's short coat is relatively easy to care for.